What do you think is the biggest misunderstanding about RG3?
Right.
Like your career or who you are? Like, what do you think people misunderstand the most about you?
Yeah, I've gotten that question before, and I always feel like it's not really my responsibility to like go out there and try to defend myself or defend my career against any type of narratives. I've kind of taken the approach to that, like the people who know me, they know who I really am. The people who have been in those buildings with me, they know how hard I work. They know how much I dedicated myself to the game and how much I love the game. Yeah. So I don't really worry about the misconceptions. I just know that when I step into a building and when you meet me and I get a chance to talk to you, that's who I am. Mm-hmm. Whatever people may have heard here or there is all, hearsay. And most of that stuff is taken down by what I've done, by my own actions. Yeah. So I don't ever try to approach it in a way where I'm like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to destroy this narrative. Yeah. And that's like my thought process towards that is like, should be for everybody. Never fall into a narrative that you're not. Right. Mm-hmm. If someone calls you something or says this thing about you or your work ethic or how you view the world, and that's not who you are, then don't fall into that. Right. Never accept that as who you are, and you'll be fine. Yeah. Because this, we're public figures. We're in the public eye. We play football at the highest level. We're opening up ourselves to criticism. Always. That's just the name of the business. Yeah. And it's how you attack that criticism or how you handle that criticism that truly shows who you are. And I've tried, at the end of the day, Jay Gruden, when I was in Washington, didn't say great things about me, right? But in my exit meeting in 2016, when I left, he shook my hand, looked me in my face and said, I respect the way you handled everything, despite it not going the way that you wanted to go. And especially because of the things that he had said about me. Right. To me, that was the biggest vote of confidence, right? The biggest compliment he could have gave me was, hey, I know I said some bad stuff about you and I didn't really treat you the right way, but I respect the way that you handled it because you handled it as a pro. Of course, I would rather. Was that some sort of an apology? some sort of an apology, but of course I wouldn't have wanted that to happen. But at the end of the day, that's the only way you can do it. So when I have those face-to-face meetings and those interactions, that's who I am. Anything else that's said negative, I just leave that stuff alone and move on with my life. Are you ever surprised at how dysfunctional, as stones get turned over in Washington? Are you ever surprised? Like, obviously you don't know the depths of everything because I don't think people understand us players. We're not like upstairs. We're downstairs. But like, are you ever shocked? I can't say I'm shocked. I'm more disappointed. Yeah. For the players, because I feel like everything that happens in Washington and that has happened over the last, I've been gone from Washington for 6 years. Mm-hmm. Everything that's happened has nothing to do with the players. Nothing to do with the players. You talk about Jack Del Rio and his comments, like, comparing treason to the protests for George Floyd. The dust up. Right. The dust up comment. It's like, first of all, he's not the only person that feels that way. Obviously, that's why we are where we are. But he voiced it, right? Yeah. He voiced that opinion, but now it becomes a distraction. Yeah. It becomes a distraction for the players. And I was talking about this before. It's like, you can frame it however you want, but the bottom line is Jack Del Rio made a statement that makes it seem like, definitely seem like, or definitely be that he does not have the backs of the players who are from the Black community. Right. That's just however you want to look at it. That's what he said. Now, if you're Jonathan Allen, you're Deron Payne, right? You're Chase Young. And I know those guys came out and supported their coach, but I thought they did that because they were professionals. Yeah. Now, what are they supposed to do when it's the fourth quarter in game 6 of the season and their ankle is just destroyed? Are they giving that extra? Am I shooting this thing out for Jack Del Rio? Are they giving this? Yeah. Are they giving their extra effort for Jack Del Rio? Yeah. No, they're not giving that extra effort for Jack Del Rio. They'll give it for their family, their own sense of pride, the guy next to them. But now he's just made it harder for them to go do their job without distraction. So that's where I look at it and I'm like, I feel bad for the players because it's not anything that they've done that's causing those distractions. So every time they step in the building, it's like, man, these guys can't catch a break. There's guys we all work with that we don't like, right? We don't like them. We don't like their view on life, but we still go to work and we don't let them get in the way of us doing our job. Yeah. But wouldn't it be so much better if the guy that's calling the plays for you, you actually have a great relationship with them?
Yeah.
And that little barrier isn't there.
Yeah.
Well, it's there now and he can't take it back.
Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.